So for this, it's my uh, uh, pleasure to introduce our expert for today's session, Ms. Shreya. She has completed her Bachelor of Engineering Computer Science from VTU and working as a data analyst with more than 4 years of professional experience. With her knowledge and experience, she will guide us in understanding the ethical aspects of AI and the strategies to ensure fairness and responsibility in its use. With this brief introduction, I now invite Ms. Shreya to take the charge for this session. Hello, ma'am. You may take the charge.
Hello. Yeah, good evening. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. So, this is Shreya Attarki, and as sir said, I have completed my engineering in computer science branch, and past 4 years I'm working as a data scientist, also data analyst, and yeah, that is about my introduction. So, let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am. It is
Yeah,
visible.
thank you, sir. So, today's topic of discussion is ethics in AI, that is fairness and responsibility. We have number of ethics we can say are listed in ethics of AI, ethics in AI, where but fairness and responsibility plays a major role. So, we are discussing on this one. So, let's come to the AI. So nowadays, like AI plays a fundamental role in human life by automating the task, enhancing decision making, solving the complex problems of a real life across the various sectors like healthcare, transportation, security, and business. Nowadays, it is improves the efficiency, reduces human errors, and drives the innovation while also providing the personalized assistance through tools like virtual assistants. I can say virtual assistants can be Siri and other chatbots where we can every day we can speak with them. We can have a conversation with them as a humanly. Now has the ability to analyze vast amounts of a data, helps in early disease detection, which comes under the healthcare where personalized treatments and managing global challenges, ultimately augmenting the human capabilities and improving the daily lives. Now, what is AI ethics? In general, I can say in human language, the general meaning of ethics is the ability to differentiate between what is the wrong and what is the correct. So we have as a human being, we have a capability. So if something it is there, we get to know that okay, what is correct and what is wrong. And now, as a human being, is tendency of to differentiate. But what about the systems? What about the machines? And when I'm saying that when we have a power to say something right or something wrong, it will come with some of the ethics and responsibilities always. So now let's come to the AI ethics, where we are expecting something ethics and responsibility from the systems which don't have a senses like a human beings but acts as a human. Now, what is the requirement here is to design a system by giving correct guidelines where the AI system should not have any kind of biasness towards a particular group of a people or a gender or a race, and making sure about the system security and safety related to the system. But while designing a system as per humanly nature, we tend to think as per our own experiences. When I'm designing, if suppose take I'm a developer, I am preparing and designing a system which is having my own experience and I'm working on that one. Exactly, I might be not knowing that what is correct and what is wrong, but my senses are saying that okay, might be this is correct and this is wrong, and on basis of which the system will be designed. So might be this is one of the drawback or limitation I can say. But let's like we have to tackle with the things now where it is highly possible to get an issues in the system due to why, because of like human has been designed the system. That is a major issue. Now ethical issues in AI, that is first one is the biasness. What is biasness, or I can say what is, first of all let's come to the term called fairness. The fairness in AI refers to the principle that AI systems should not discriminate against the individual or a group based on sensitive characteristics such as race, gender, age, or socio-economical status. Fairness is about ensuring that AI systems treat all individuals equally and without bias, so providing equal opportunities and outcomes to every individual. Now, what is the importance and of fairness in AI decision making? That is, prevent the discrimination. Nothing but it should not discriminate the groups like we are accepting the AI decisions as a human being, in that the system should not do biasness here. So that is called the preventing discrimination, where system should uh, every time system should treat everyone equally for all the uh, I can say all the opportunities and all. And second one is promote trust, where if I am accepting the AI's outcome, so and somewhere else I am blindly trusting the system, that is called promoting trust, where when the system gives correct output, so it is trustable. So that is meaning of this sentence. Where third one is ensures the accountability. So fair AI systems ensure that decisions are made in transparent and accountable manner. What is mean by accountable here? I can say that whatever decision has been taken by the system, somebody should take account of it. Maybe a design the algorithm designer, maybe a tester, or somebody from the, it should take the ownership if something harm is occurring due to the system. So now what is, I can say that what is the biasness in the system. So biasness, or I can say, let's come to the term called fairness here. Nothing but fairness is nothing but a favoring someone or a something, that is a system is biased towards something, is called biasness. Nothing but favoring for some of its reasons, some of its attributes. Maybe the attributes in human beings are maybe a race, caste, religion, or any other attributes. Now, the AI system is made and designed by the human, where we can have biasness, where the data given to the system is crucial one. Biasness can happen on basis of gender, race, and color. Now we should design and develop the AI system which should be free from biasness, and it should be fair enough while providing the outcome. So that is called like biasness. Second issue we can tackle with here, the accountability, as I said. So the best example of accountability, I can say that a Tesla car, which is automated car, where while testing on the street, it hit some of the pedestrians who were walking on the street. So now who is responsible for that incident? Maybe a Tesla, uh, the tester who is testing that car, or maybe a Tesla car itself, or a developer who developed and designed the automated vehicle. So that is another issue where we don't know who will take account of the issue if it is causing. Third one is a safety, where AI technology should be implemented such a way that they cause no direct or indirect harm to the data and people. For example, I can say safety is very important. Then this example might clear to you what exactly safety I mean. So there was a football match was happening between a human and humanoid. Humanoid are nothing but a robots, where the goal in goal post, some first time the goal done by the human being, where the robot gets angry, and it came and it broke the a finger of a human. So here the safety is a major here, that it should not harm any physically to the human being. So that is another issue we are finding out in the ethics, I can say. So it is where the fairness is very important while making any such decisions by the system. Now, what kind of challenges we can face in the fairness of AI is that despite of the importance of the fairness in AI, there are several challenges to achieve it. So some of the key challenges include data quality and availability issues. The quality and availability of the data used to train AI system can significantly impact fairness. Issues with the data quality and availability can lead to biased AI systems. Some common data related challenges include the limited data, that is, insufficient data can lead to biased AI system. Nothing but whenever we are training a model, there is an algorithm, and algorithm has been given input as a data set. When the data set is not robust and it is having a limited data, that time system don't have much insight about the data which has been given for the training. So that time the data will be so much limited, and the system don't know that on which basis it has to take decisions. So while giving outcome, it will show some of the unfairness and biasness due to the limited data given. Now, continuing the part that is the data related, that is biased data. So whenever a data set is given, that time if the data set if is itself biased one, that time the outcome will be biased one. So we don't want biasness. So we should make sure that the data should not be biased. What is mean by biasness in human beings? Considering their color, fairness, racism, or any other aspects that leading to the unfairness, that is called unbiased data should be our first priority. Now third one is data pre-processing. Poor data pre-processing technique can introduce bias into AI systems. Nothing but whenever the data feeded into the algorithm, that is to the machine learning algorithms, the data set will be made pure, or those will be error free. But sometimes it happens that the team is working has the poor processing technique. If they use poor processing techniques and leave some of the errors in the data set, still algorithm takes that data set and start processing where it does not recognize whether the data is correct or not, but it will give outcome on basis of that data set. So that is what, before giving data set for the final training, we should make sure that data should be pre-processed correctly, then only go ahead for giving the data set. But this is another challenge to clean the data, so we can say it as this is the challenge. Now, what kind of algorithmic bias and complexity we can get in the system are: the complexity of an AI algorithm can make it difficult to detect and mitigate bias. Some common algorithm challenges include black box algorithm, lack of explainability, and overfitting. In what is black box algorithm, there are, anybody has any questions? Sorry.
No, madam, continue. Someone
Yeah,
is
thank you.
constantly turn on the mic.
Yeah. So there are two types of algorithms, or I can say as a development. Those are, first one is black box and white box. What white box is, where in white box algorithms, algorithm is fully visible to the users. The user may get to know that what exactly input we are giving, how it will be processed, and how we are getting the output. But where, as in till date, we are using black box algorithms where we till date we don't know how the system is going to give outcome. Let's take an example of chat gpt. I am giving input to the chat gpt something that, uh like, take it as example of like, write a essay on AI. So it will start writing, like start processing it, and after that it will present the context of the AI, which will help us to get the knowledge. But we exactly don't know how it processed, how this outcome came, whether the given output is correct or not. We don't know. That is called its black box algorithm. So where algorithm is not at all visible, only input and output are visible, where we don't know output, whatever outcome the system has been given, it is correct or not. So we are not sure about it, but still black box is the one of the, I can say, strongest techniques used, which is giving maximum correct answers. Second one is lack of explainability. That is nothing but, as we are using black box algorithm, where we don't know exactly what is happening within the code or algorithm, that time the system failed to explain how it came on this decision. So let us take the, I have given system input as 2 plus 2. What is the answer? I want answer of 2 plus 2 from the chat GPT. Now my expected answer is 4. Chat GPT will prompt the answer as 4. But system don't know how it given that outcome. It just worked on the algorithm given. It took the input and it given the output, but exactly it does not have any sense that explaining how exactly the outcome had came. Now overfitting, AI systems that are overly complex can be prone to overfitting, which can lead to bias results. Overfitting is nothing but fitting, or I can say that providing as an input to the machine learning or AI algorithms, whatever data set we are providing, in that we are having some of the errors. So that is called overfitting. We are least bother of clearing those errors, and we are just providing the data set. It is not fit for the algorithm, but still we are giving as input. That is what it is called, overfitting of a data, where it can lead to biasness and unfairness. So this is the second issue we found out, that is algorithmic bias and its complexity. Now third one is lack of transparency and accountability. The lack of transparency and accountability in AI decision making can make it challenging to ensure the fairness. Some common challenges include lack of model interpretability, lack of auditability, and lack of accountability. Nothing but, first one is lack of model interpretability is nothing but, the developers we have given the model, we are just making use of it, giving input and just taking output within a second, but nobody has think of like exactly how it is coming. There is no interpretation has been happened, that exactly how the outcome is coming. So it is first thing. Second one is lack of auditability. Auditability is nothing but, nobody is even bothered to check whether whatever outcome we got from the tools like chat gpt or gemini are correct or not. Nobody is taking care of it, nobody is auditing it. So auditability is another issue where we should always bother to check whether whatever outcome we required, whether we got or not. So that is called another issue. And lack of accountability, so AI systems that lack of accountability can make it difficult to hold individuals or organizations responsible for biased or unfair decisions. As I said, Tesla automated car, where it hit some of the pedestrians, we really don't know whom to like whom to make as a, like, who is accountable for the issue. Incident has been happened, but who will going to take account of it, account of the harm what has happened to the human being. So that is another issue of the system. Now, what are the strategies we can even implement so we can tackle with the unfairness of AI? So before that, let's dive into like some of the examples where AI systems were biased and it caused some of the issues in the system. First one was the Amazon hiring. So it's a real life examples I'm taking, where the system has been implemented in 2014, where Amazon has come up with a tech tool which is hiring automatically for the roles, and it worked for till next 4 years, till 2018, till they got to know that the system is doing gender biasness, where it is just taking whatever applications are there for the Amazon, whatever hiring we are getting the applications, it is just taking uh, in consideration only male applicants. Female applicants will be discarded directly, and just giving priority on the gender, that is male bias we can say. So that is called uh, biasness towards, that is gender biasness. In 2018 it got discarded, the system got discarded due to its biasness. Second example in real life is AI model called in US healthcare, where in US there are dark people and some of the fair people. Now what the system used to do is, it used to show the low risk for the dark people and high risk for the high health risk for the fair people, because system is automatically thinking that on the basis of data that dark people are not economically good and fair people are somewhat economically good. So that is what it is showing as maximum risk to the fair people, where it is thinking that they can pay all the bills of the hospital. So this is thinking made by the system itself by when the data has been given as input. So this is called biasness, where the racism was the major factor here. So these are the some of the two examples I took. So let's come with the strategies, like how we can tackle with unfairness or biasness of the system. So ensuring fairness in AI requires a multifaceted approach that involves several strategies, and some of the key strategies include techniques for detecting and mitigating bias. Several techniques can be used to detect and mitigate bias in AI system, including bias detection tool, data pre-processing techniques, and regular auditing and testing. Nothing but that is first one, bias detection tool, where tools that can detect bias in the AI system, such as fairness metrics. Fairness metrics is nothing but this is the tool or technique I can say, where the outcome has been, the input and output as a outcome has been given to the system, to the uh, tech, I can say to the tool, where it is going to measure how much percentage fairness or unfairness has been happened for this given data set. So that can be done by using bias detection tools. Second one is data pre-processing technique, where techniques that can help mitigate bias in data, such as feature selection. Nothing but whenever you give a data set, that time you will going to give some of the principal features. Let us take an example. If there is a image processing is happening and you want to know that whatever, let us take an example of a cat, of a Persian cat. Now I have given input as its photo as a input to the system, and the system is processing that data. And once it processes that image, it should give the output as it's a Persian cat, the name of the cat. So in that, the main principle, I can say principal attributes or the features of an animal, I can say that its eyes, its face cut, and maybe structure of the face, and the kind of a eyeball color it is has. So those are the main principle, I can say that features are there, so I can feed it as a data, and on basis of which the algorithm is going to process the data and give the outcome. So maybe this might be the one of the technique we can use, that is called feature selection. Third one is regular auditing and testing. Whenever you use the system for some time and you're getting the output, try to build a system where it can audit automatically or keep a team who can audit it perfectly, and it can see that the auditing is nothing but it should see that whatever outcome is given by the system should be fair enough. That is called regular auditing and testing. Nothing but after some period of time the system should be tested for different kind of data sets, change the data set and observe the output. So that is the thing here. Now, what is the importance of diverse and representative data sets? So, diverse and representative data sets are crucial for ensuring fairness in AI. Some best practices for data collection include collecting diverse data, collecting data from diverse sources and population. Nothing but, I'll take an example here of a school where the student from urban area schools are continuously using chat gpt and gemini and all other ai tools, and this is, and whereas I can say that in village schools some people like in school students don't have that access to the chat gpt or something because of their maybe they are from rural area or something, maybe that is the reason where they don't have much assets. Now, whenever the system is processing the data, the 90% of a data, that is maximum percentage of a data, the system will be trained is for the urban students. And what about the village students? That is, I can say that rural area students where they that people might be having other language efficiency or something, where when the system gives the output for some of the input, might be this will going to discriminate the system or discriminate in the students, because the system don't know who is rural here and rural students and who all are from urban area, but it is having the maximum data set and it is training that itself and giving the output where it is making discrimination between the rural and urban area students. So that is called a collecting diverse data set, where whenever you give the data set it should be robust and diverse. So whenever it is training itself for the model, it should have all insights to the data. Ensuring representative data, that is ensuring that data is representative of that population it will be applied to. Data augmentation, using data augmentation techniques to increase the diversity in the data. What is data augmentation technique here is nothing but, if let us suppose I have given a system 10 line items of a data set, it is not enough for the system to get the insight. Now what system, ai system, what itself, what it will do, it will replicate the those line items similar, it will take those line items similar data, it will start creating by its own, and it will make it from 10 lines of data it will multiply it till 100 lines of a data, where it is the big data set and the system will get clarity exactly what kind of a data it need to process. So that is called, the technique is called data augmentation. Now what is the role of human oversight and the review? So how human being oversight will make sure that there should not be cause any biasness in the system. That is, first one is human review. So having humans review ai decisions to detect the bias or errors. Nothing but, as a human being, whatever input we give to the system, at the end manually in our brain we know exactly something out, expected output will be there. So whenever you're giving getting the output, please make sure that as a humanly it should match at least our expected output. The system's output and our expected output should match maximum. So that is called human review. Human oversight here. So having a humans oversee AI decision making processes to ensure fairness. That is nothing but, the even human beings should check whether it is making a fairness or not. So that is called observation, where we need to continuously observe the system whether it is taking correct decisions or not. Third one is feedback mechanism. So having a feedback mechanism in place to allow individual to dispute or appeal AI decisions, nothing but every time whenever we are getting output, make sure to give the feedback that is positive or negative to the system. So whenever we give the uh, feedback to the system, that time the system will start thinking that whether it is taking correct decisions or not. So that is called feedback mechanism. Now, how to evaluate the fairness? How I can evaluate? One can evaluate the system is fair. Now, fairness evaluation is a critical step in ensuring fairness in AI. Sorry. It involves evaluating AI systems for bias and fairness. Sorry. Using a various metrics and techniques. Some common fairness metrics include demographic parity, equalized odds, and calibration. So, what is demographic parity? Measures whether AI decisions are equally distributed across different demographic groups. Nothing but, as I took example of school students, urban and rural students. This is the geographical area from which we are taking all the data and feeding to the input as an input to the system. So that is called distributed across different demographic area of groups. Second one, equalized odds measures whether AI decisions are equally accurate across different demographic groups. Everyone, that is whoever using the system, AI systems, they should always observe that whether decision has been made by the system, it is correct or not. So we have to analyze manually, and then whatever outcome is coming from the system has to be compared. And whenever it is maximum match, then the system is fair. If there is a discrimination, if we got to know that okay, there is something issue or something difference we are getting within the whatever actual output we got and what we expected, then maybe the system is doing biasness. Third one is calibration. Measures whether AI decisions are calibrated to the true probability of an outcome. Nothing but we have some of the probability, that is nothing but we have something like expectation that outcome should be like this, and the actual outcome when it comes it should be compared. So the equalized odds and calibration both are same points which is explaining this same point where actual output should be equal to the expected output always. Now fairness evaluation also involves using various techniques to detect bias in AI systems. Some common techniques include bias detection algorithm that can detect bias in AI system. Nothing but we have parity algorithm, or maybe demographic parity is the another algorithmic technique where we'll get to know that the system is biased or not. So that is called bias detection algorithms. We have n number of algorithms where we are giving the outcomes, and now the system is measuring how much the biasness the system is doing, and it will be given to the other team, that is development team, to check those areas, and they can work on those things. Second one, fairness audits. Audits that evaluate AI system for bias and fairness. Nothing but this the another team will be there who is doing auditing, that is to check whether the given output, whatever outcome we are getting from the system is correct or not. That audit will be done by the other team. Sensitivity analysis. So analysis that evaluates how AI decision can change in response to changes in input data. Nothing but after some period of time, start changing the data sets. Don't give same input of a data all time, because every time if the system is using same data set, then it has trained itself to work on the same data set. But if we are changing the data set frequently, then the system is ready to adapt it for different kind of inputs, and it has insight, that is robust insight on the data set, where it can give the correct output. Now, that all about the fairness in AI ethics, where we got to know that what exactly biasness, what is fairness, and how we can tackle that is unbiasedness, and coming like to get the fair output and all. There is second ethics in the AI, that is called responsibility. So AI has the power of taking the decision, and we are as a human, we as a human being, accepting the outcome, accepting their decisions. But as with the power, the responsibility also comes, where the system should be responsible for what it is doing, what outcome it is giving. So the rapid development and deployment of artificial intelligence have raised significant ethical concerns. As AI becomes increasingly integrated into various aspects of our lives, it is essential to address the moral implication of its development and use. Now, upcoming PPT provides a comprehensive guide to the ethics of AI responsibility, exploring the key issues, principles, and best practices for ensuring that AI is developed and deployed in a responsible manner. So that is nothing but now we are moving ahead with the slide, that is definition of AI responsibility and what is the importance of it. So AI responsibility refers to the moral and ethical obligations associated with the development, deployment and use of the AI systems. It involves ensuring that AI systems are designed and used in such a way that it should respect the human values, promote well-being and minimize the harm. The importance of AI responsibility cannot be overstated, as AI has the potential to significantly impact various aspects of society, including healthcare, finance, education, and transportation. So, as I say, responsibility, I'll take an real life example what had happened. Like last 3 months, we had this news where the to the automated system, the company which was startup has fired all their uh, I can say employees, and they have implemented automation. They have given all their data related to the employees, whatever it was data was stored in the system of the company has been given to the AI system, that is automated system. But the design was not good, and it was technically not that strong, leads to an issue of it has erased all the data. The system, that is AI system, lost its all real time data. Now the system got to know that it don't have any data, but as it trained the data, it has some of the stored data, on basis of which it has created n number of set of a data which was false and given to the company. These things had happened in real life, where the data of the company which was real has been lost for forever. So and the system is not realizing whatever exactly what happened behind the thing. And who will take the accountability? Nobody is taking the accountability. So that is the main issues are we are getting here, and that is what responsibility is the another major concern here, so I can say. Notice historical context of AI development and ethics. The development of AI has a long history dating back to the 1950s. However, it is only the recent years that AI has become a significant concern for ethicists, policymakers, and the general public. The rapid progress in AI research and development has led to the creation of increasingly sophisticated AI systems, which have raised new ethical challenges. This was the history behind the AI development. But there was a computer scientist called Dijkstra who has quoted a line: the question of of whether a computer program can think is like the question of whether a submarine can swim. Nothing but, as the difference between a human beings and humanoid, that is robots I can say, or AI system, is that human being can sense and take the decision on basis of their senses, whereas the AI systems, robots, or we can say them as a humanoid, they don't have that kind of a senses like a human beings. They are just taking the decision based on the given data and trained algorithm. So if something issue is there with the data, or something issue is there with the algorithm, will lead to the wrong output, or maybe in some of the cases it may harm the human beings. So that is what we don't know about the census of AI system, whether it will get or not. But whenever we are expecting that the system should be responsible, it should not cause any harm to the human beings while taking any decisions. Nowadays, overview of key issues in AI responsibility. Nothing but what issues we are facing while keeping the responsibilities. Nothing but ensuring transparency and explainability in AI decision making. This is the one of the issue here. Why? Because in AI development, algorithms are black boxed. The algorithm is not at all visible to the users. Nobody knows that how data is processed, what attributes it is taking, on which basis or on which reasoning basis the system is going to take the decision. Nobody knows, but we are blindly accepting the outcome. So this is a major issue we can find out, that is, we don't have any explanation and transparency about its decisions. Second one is addressing accountability and liability in AI development and deployment. Nothing but, if something happens or some issue, if or harm, if system causes to the human beings, who will take charge of it? Whether the company, whether the developers, whether the designers or testers, who will going to take charge? That still we have not addressed, nobody is addressed here. So it is called accountability and liability. Legally we don't know exactly like what will going to happen, because the system is new to us. We don't know how the system is going to react on the inputs. So third one is mitigating bias and ensuring fairness in AI system. Nothing but biasness is the one of the major factor where system is biased for some of the groups, for some of the races. It is doing some racism, or maybe on basis of some of the attributes it is doing, it is giving unfair outcomes. Again, tackling that one is another issue. Protecting user data and ensuring privacy. Nothing but, let us take, we had a trend of Ghibli. So where we are unknowingly, we are just, for the fun sake, we people are giving our personal photos to the system, where it is just generating another copy of it in the other form. Now in the animated form I can say, which was so funny. But the one of the major issue with this one is we are giving our personal photos of us, personal images to the system, whether we really don't know how the system is going to use, because system don't have any sense whether it is taking decisions correct or not. So that is another issue of protecting the data of the user and its privacy. Preventing the misuse of AI for malicious purposes. Malicious purposes is nothing but hacking the systems, hacking the bank accounts, or something where AI, like we are having the privacy passwords for some of our bank accounts or for our mobiles, but might be, if AI is capable of detecting the passwords or the privacy, we can say that, like, we are having so many, we are using some of the techniques which are password lock, finger and face locks. If AI can detect and AI can get to know that what is the password might be the person is having. So that time the hackers might have, just a second. Sorry for the disturbance. So that is what, preventing the misuse of AI for malicious purposes, where might be, we never know. AI might create our like replica of our faces and might unlock our systems, or might be unlock our uh, accounts. So that can happen. So we don't know exactly. It may come in the future. So it is another issue we are finding out in the responsibility. Now, principles of AI responsibility. What principles we are finding here in responsibility? Those are: the development and deployment of AI systems must be guided by a set of principles that ensure AI is used responsibly. The following are some of the key principles for AI responsibilities are: transparency and explainability in AI decision making. That is nothing but, we had a issue that I said that it is, the system is black boxed. We don't have any transparency what exactly happening inside. So what principle it is saying that transparency and explainability are essential for ensuring AI decision making is trustworthy and accountable. This involves providing insights into decision making processes of AI systems, including the data used to train them and the algorithm employed. Nothing but, let us take an example. I am using some of the like take it as chat GPT. So there should be an option which should show exactly on what basis I'm getting this output. Maybe developers know the language, but there should be an option made where whenever I give the output, the user should get to know that okay, what exactly happening inside the algorithm. So that time the user will get to know that okay, exactly like yeah, why we are getting this output. So they are, so to gain the trust of users, this is a major step we can take, where the code will be, an algorithm should be visible to the users, and data set given to the system should be visible to the users. Now, what are the techniques for achieving the transparency and explainability? I said that we should, user should get to know about the what kind of a data set we are providing, what algorithm, how it is working. So, what are the techniques we can use here? So, some of the techniques for achieving transparency and explainability include model interpretability technique, such as feature importance and partial dependence plots. Nothing but, feature importance is nothing but, the system should give the prompts as which all are features it is taking to process the data. So where the user will get to know that okay, it, yeah, so user will get to know that okay, the, so yeah, so user will get to know that what data set it is using, from the data set what major attributes it is taking to process the data and give the outcome. So that is called feature importance. And the partial dependence plots is nothing but, this is the plot, or I can say a graph, which is showing that which all are major, or I can say important features has been taken. That graph will be showing that what are the important features the system has been taken to process the data. So these are two kind of two techniques we are using in model interpretability techniques. Second one is accountability, liability in AI development and deployment. Accountability and liability are critical for ensuring that those responsible for AI development and deployment are held accountable for any harm caused. This involves establishing clear lines of responsibility and ensuring that those responsible are held liable for any damages. Sorry, anybody has any questions?
No, madam. Actually,
Yeah,
some
yeah,
accidentally opened the mic.
yeah, no issues. So, what exactly accountability and liability I'm saying? So, what accountability is nothing but if some harms has been caused, like I said, Tesla car or a robot who broke the finger of a human being, so who will take account of it? So accountability and liability will come under this kind of situation where some of the team who is there behind its development should take account of it. Now we'll see who will going to take the account of it. So this strategy for ensuring accountability and liability. So some of the strategies for ensuring accountability and liability are including establishing clear regulations and guidelines for AI development and deployment. Nothing but whenever a team has been assigned to create and design and implement the algorithm AI system, automated system, there should be a guidelines has and regulations. Regulatory guidelines should be given to the team, and those should be followed while developing the system. So whenever it is developed by keeping in mind those all guidelines, might be system will be implemented, it is in the good way. Second, implementing robust testing and validation procedures to ensure AI systems are safe and reliable. Before going for any real time testing, make sure that the system will be or whatever algorithm, or take it as AI system or maybe automated car, automated tools, take anything which is related to AI, automatically it is working. It should be tested in the lab. It should be tested multiple times before going for the real usage. Third one is providing mechanism for compensation in cases where AI system cause harm. Nothing but whoever is taking accountability of the harm, maybe if it is algorithmic fault, the development team will take accountable, will be held accountable for that one, where the company has to give some of the compensation to the uh, human being, might be a human being, might be some of the things which has been uh, harmed by their system has to be compensated. Ensuring fairness and mitigating bias in AI system, this is the third issue where AI systems can perpetuate and amplify existing biases if they are trained on the biased data or designed with a particular worldwide. Ensuring fairness and mitigating bias in AI systems is essential for preventing harm and promoting equity. Nothing but whenever the system will be there, so we are just training a system, or I can say the automated tool with some of the data set. Make sure that data should be clear, unambiguous, and pure data. And please don't train the data that is which is having a ambiguity. If you continuously train same data, then system is trained for some set of a data which is having the issues or errors, while whenever you give new data, that time it will cause some of the issues with the algorithm while training the data, because it has not trained itself to train the new data. So make sure that whenever you give any kind of a data set, make sure that every time data should be changed, input should be changed, so that time the system will get some of the insights for the data sets. Now, what are the techniques for ensuring fairness and mitigating the bias? Data pre-processing techniques such as data cleaning and feature selection, as we discussed before. Whenever you're giving data set, the data should be cleaned, error free, and there are major features will be selected on basis of which the outcome has to be given. Second one, algorithmic fairness techniques such as fairness metric. Fairness metrics is nothing but this is the measurement or I can say this is a measurement tool or technique where the algorithm and the output will be given as an input, and at the end we'll get to know the measurement how much the bias and unfairness caused by the system. That algorithm is called the fairness metric. Now third one is what technique we can use to ensure the fairness is the human oversight and review processes to detect and correct the bias. Nothing but whenever you give the input, make sure that you expect some output. Your brain should know that okay, I am giving this input, I should get this output. And whenever actual output given by the system, you have to compare the expected output and the actual output. Both should be same. 5 to 10% of this, I can say, difference, that is fine, where we can say the system is fair. But more than that will going to lead the unfairness in the system. Now, implementing AI responsibility. Now, how we can implement the responsibility for the AI is implementing AI responsibility requires a multifaceted approach that involves various stakeholders, include developers, policymakers, and users. The following are some of the best practices for responsible AI development and the deployment. What best practices we can do for the responsible AI? That is first, develop develop AI systems that are transparent, explainable, and fair. Nothing but go with not a black box but white box development. White box algorithms where algorithms are visible to the users. Algorithms are visible to everyone, and it should clearly show that on what basis the outcome has been come. That is called explainability, where no anybody can come and explain why this outcome came and on what reasoning basis we got the outcome. Second one, implement implement robust testing and validation processes to ensure AI systems are safe and reliable. Nothing but whenever you design and develop the system, make sure that the system should be tested multiple times in the lab, and then it will go for the real time use. Third one is establish establish clear lines of responsibility and accountability. Nothing but that whoever teams are working, those are held responsible for any harm caused by their system who had prepared the system. Those people will be held accountable for any kind of harm if they causes. So that is clear lines of responsibility and accountability. Provide provide a mechanisms for compensation in case where AI system cause harm, where if system or AI automated system, if it causes some of the harm, it should be compensated. So that charge has to be taken by the companies, so the development companies. And fifth one is engage in ongoing monitoring and evaluation to ensure AI systems continue to operate as intended. Nothing but after some of the period of time after using the system, make sure that the system should be developed, system should be updated. So for the new tools or maybe for new techniques, that is called I can say that adaptability. Second one I can say point here is we should continue monitoring what outcome the system is giving, whether the outcome given by the system is correct or not, expected is matching with the actual output or not. Once it is done, we can say that the system is responsible if that follows these steps. Now, strategies for mitigating potential harms and biases. Some strategies for mitigating potential harms and biases include implementing bias detection and mitigating techniques, provide diverse and representative training data, encourage diverse and inclusive development teams, establish human oversight and review process. As before, even I said these are the repeated points, but which are very important, where bias detection tools are very important, where we'll get to exactly know that the system is fair enough or not while giving the output. Second, while giving the data set, keep it in mind the data should be error free. And the one of the phrase we are saying here is, the largest the data set, the accurate is the outcome from the system. Nothing but make sure that, like, how much it is possible, try to give a large data set so that the system is, uh, I can say the system can train itself to, I can say, train itself for the given data. That is new kind of a data we are giving, then it can train. Providing diverse and representative training data, that is nothing but give all kind of a data. Don't give restricted data, give it all kind of a data. Let system work on it and train itself for the input. Encouraging diverse and inclusive development teams, nothing but whenever you are forming a team for the development, make sure that they should know all the tools, and they should know all regulations and guidelines while preparing that algorithm, designing that algorithm. Establishing human oversight and review processes, nothing but let system may audit the outcome or the algorithm in period, but every time, like after some of the period of time, maybe in every 6 month or in every year, make sure that the system, like human intervention should be there in the system. The human beings should personally check the all, like algorithm, whether it is working correctly or not, working fine or not, whether it is the training the data correctly or not. That human intervention is very important. Now, the role of regulation and governance in AI responsibility. So, regulation and governance play a critical role in ensuring AI responsibility. Governments, regulatory bodies, and industry organizations must work together to establish clear guidelines and regulations for AI development and deployment. That is nothing but whenever we are using automated cars, robots in everyday life, the regulations will be there, that there are some limitations has to be there for the humanoid, that is for robots, or maybe for the automated tools or automated cars we are saying. Those has to be have some of the, I can say, limitations till that they should work. It should not go beyond that, human, I can say, control, where it may cause harm to the human beings. It should not happen. So make sure that the system should be careful, responsible, and it should be useful for the human beings. Now, regulatory frameworks for AI responsibility. Some regulatory frameworks for AI responsibility include the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation, the EU's Artificial Intelligence Act, the IEEE Global Initiative on Ethics of Autonomous and Intelligent Systems. So, these are the frameworks which are prepared for the AI responsibility, which are under governments. Now, what conclusion we can make for the AI in the as the responsible, as of one of the ethics of the AI is, the ethics of AI responsibility is a complex and multifaceted issue that requires a comprehensive approach by understanding the key principles and best practices for AI responsibility. We can ensure that AI is developed and deployed in such a way that it promotes human well being and minimize the harm. So, I'll take an example here, that is real life example, where a person was sitting in his house, and he was having some of the chest pain he was getting, and he just asked the chat gpt, given some of the symptoms as an input to the system. That time chatbot, I can say, or I can say that is chat gpt, has given answer that run towards hospital fast. Why? Because the system said that you may get a heart attack, because these are the symptoms of the heart issues. Then that time the person went to the hospital, and that time the hospital doctors, they have stated that if they could have late for 5 minutes, maybe he could have got heart attack. But because of the chat gpt were used in the real life, somebody has given some input, it given some output, it has saved some of the people's lives. So I can say that ai has some of the limitations, as well as it is, I can say, a good thing has happened for the human beings. So I may say that ai is one of the good tool we are getting nowadays. So it is all the conclusion about the ai. Now anybody has any questions on fairness or regulations, maybe safety, security of the ai, they may can ask.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, hi.
Ma'am, I have a question. As you said, an example of a person which is giving some kind of symptoms to Chat
Mhm,
GPT.
mhm,
Like that, when we used to ask something like a question to Chat GPT, एक एक्शन ऐसा होता है कि Google has the idea what we are asking in our mobile, and some
mhm.
suggestions are कमिंग बाय themselves. हम उनके लिए आस्क नहीं करते हैं, पूछते नहीं हैं. How to overcome that kind of problems? I have attended some kind of fraud calls recently that
Mhm.
was related to AI. So how can I overcome these kind of problems using any kind of AI tool in my phone or in my laptop or in any kind of AI related tool?
So you're saying that you might be getting the fraud calls, uh,
Yes.
and you're saying that it is done by the ai.
Maybe I'm asking you.
Yeah, maybe like see, I have never seen this kind of cases, but I'll tell you something. The people are taking the advantage of ai nowadays. That is what I said, malicious things and all, like to
Yes,
hack
ma'am.
somebody's system. Yeah, so
Yes,
these
yes.
things are happening due to ai. So that is what we are tackling, to that its security and for its safety. We really don't know till what extent the ai can be used, because it is so much robust that
Mm-hmm.
we really don't know how, like which person will use that ai, like how, we don't know. So maybe in upcoming, I think in the security part, the developers might come with
Mm-hmm.
the solution for this kind of things. But till date, I never seen like some of the, we have some of the security, and I said as
Ma'am,
password
ma'am,
protection or
hello,
something.
ma'am.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was just watching TV. I think everybody has watched about this thing, whatever this ma'am discussed right now about the fraud calls.
Okay.
I think Airtel company has come up with some
Yes.
solution
Yeah. So that
regarding
is
fraud.
what.
If you are
Yeah.
using the Airtel SIM card and if you are using the
I can't say that one, because it might think nobody, like everyone thinks that I might be promoting Airtel, but that is not the thing. See what Airtel, what it does is, whatever spam calls, see, we'll get to know that right in Truecaller itself, that this is spam. How these
Hmm.
people are like getting to know that it is spam? Because of the number which is starting with,
Yes.
have you seen the company numbers, like starting with
yeah,
911, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so 9114.
yeah,
So it is just taking that the data will be fitted in the
Hmm.
algorithm. It is just checking whether the number is coming like with 144, like sorry, 9114. it will directly say that it is spam. We really don't know, like might be it is spam,
Okay.
but it
Mm-hmm.
is giving some of the expected answer that is might be spam, so don't take, and it is giving in the red color. So that
Huh.
is one of the best thing is don't answer the call if it is showing
Okay.
as a spam,
Hmm.
because we have so many this one like protecting like malware protection and all the softwares
Ma'am,
were there in our
solution is
systems, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah.
solution is only you can you
Do
should
not
download.
answer the call.
Do not call, or either you should first of all, if you get a call from any unknown number, you
Hmm.
should
Yeah.
have a Truecaller app in your mobile.
I
First
have
of
that
No.
one.
first of
But
all, you
sometimes we do
verify.
not have internet access. So when we do not have internet, so Truecaller is helpless.
See, I'm
Okay,
not
and one
saying that
thing
true color
I
is
would like
important.
to share one of my experience.
Yeah,
A few days
please.
back, I got one call from an unknown number,
Hmm.
and that person was telling me, "See, I don't have an Activa,
Hmm.
right? I don't have an Activa, and I live in Rajkot. I don't live in Ahmedabad." So that person was opposite party told me that I'm speaking from Ahmedabad, and this XYZ Activa, your Activa is parked over here, and my Activa is not parked over here since morning, and my Activa is not being able to come out. Please come and get your Activa from here. I asked him, from where did you get my number? I don't have any Activa. I don't live in Ahmedabad. So he told me that he got my number matched in the registered in the Ahmedabad RTO. Now this is
Okay.
very fishy. I don't live in Ahmedabad. How is my number there in Ahmedabad RTO, right? Then he
Correct, it is,
also
but
and then he also what to gain my confidence. He sent me one of the photo. I don't know what was the photo. I didn't even downloaded that
okay.
because downloading such things is also very risky.
Yes. Maybe it has some of the harmful links, so you
Yes,
can't do
maybe
that.
he has some setting from which he can scan my entire phone when I
Hmm.
download it.
So that
That
is
is, I
another.
think, because of AI tools, someone is misusing the tools which are providing facilities, but they are misusing. So my question is how to overcome these kind of frauds. Anything like for debit card, as the ma'am said, for Activa, and any kind of, how can we overcome or how can we identify is it fraud or true?
Madam, hello.
Huh.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. In this regard, what I want to say is that, madam, there is no end for fraudulent people.
Yes.
So if you use AI, they are also using AI.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
if you use any sort of complex algorithm, they are well known to the algorithms which we don't know, or even the developer for security also don't know. So they are very,
Definitely.
very good with the technology. That's what if you put with any security technologies, if you adopt, then also they will break it and the fraud will takes place. I think that there is no end for fraud. Only thing is that we have to use our intelligence to tackle with the such frauds.
And
Yes.
another,
Maybe
see,
personal attention should be best.
But
Yes.
there is
what
one
I
example I'll give here. But for a
what I do
hmm,
is I don't use any online banking transactions.
okay.
I don't
Okay.
have any even online account which I use, through my phone. So
Okay.
there is no chance for I think touchwood. There is no chance for anyone to hack something like this.
It can
And
be
I
hacked.
don't have any user ID. I don't have any password for bank.
No, it can be
Right?
hacked. I'll tell you if you're using. I'll give you one recent example. Yeah, day before yesterday, it had happened, and we all got shocked. Even we thought of same. When you are securing your money in FDs, right? You feel that whenever I'll be physically present there, then only I can withdraw the amount. No, hackers, what they're doing is they are using that Yono SBI app, right? They are
Yes.
creating the
What they
account. Sorry.
You know
what
SBI. You
they
know
Yono
SBI.
SBI. Yeah. So for SBI it is used. What they're doing is they are creating the user ID password. They are hacking the system. They are creating the user ID password. They are transacting your FDs online. This is every day it is happening. So that is what even we were thinking, like what can be the, like how we can limit it, how we don't know literally. But maybe AI, we really don't know everyone is using AI or not. But I'll tell you, before AI also came like this much at the hype, we are using Play Store, right? Whenever we
Hmm.
were using Play Store and we are downloading the app, we literally don't see. We are just least bothered to see whether we are downloading the what authenticated kind of, or make I can say that those are apps which we have installing, those are
Hmm.
correct or not. Maybe I'll tell you, whenever where you are using apps, it is asking for some of the permissions, right? So whenever
Hmm.
you permit the grant to the permission you give to the that app, that time might be the app has been created by the hacker, and now you have given your all permission of your mobile or system to the hacker. Now
Hmm.
your phone is fully in under control of the this one hacker. Now they are directly, they can transact amount from your bank. So that is again issue. While that is what, as sir said, the intelligence is and carefulness, I think it is the one of the key, I can say that, to protect yourself from these kind of acts. So that is the one thing.
Definitely.
Yeah, so might be like
Regarding
we need to see in future, might people come with, like developers come with some of the security things, but we never seen this system is fully secured. Some of the like softwares are there, antivirus and all those you can use, where it will show that whether the downloaded app is what it's harmless or harmful, it will show that one. So for the safety purpose you can do that one, that is antivirus you will get. As for system we are getting antivirus, mobile also we are getting so many antivirus, install it, so it will help you to protect your mobile and your personal data. And I'll tell
One
you,
more.
as I given example of Ghibli, simply on basis of like, on the sake, for the sake of fun, we are giving our images, personal photos to the Ghibli app. We really don't know how the AI and other people like hackers gonna use that data, right? So this is
Definitely.
again, that is, as a human being we are first responsible for giving such kind of a data. First of all, you should not give any data to any other system, it is storing the data, right?
Hmm.
So that is again major concern, I can say.
even if any
Yes, ma'am.
messages come, like please update your KYC on bank or anything,
Yeah.
you should personally go to the bank and talk whether this such a message is.
Yes.
And one more thing, whenever you get a fraud call or fishy call like that, if you
Mm-hmm.
find that number fishy, then just block it, delete it from your call list and Truecaller also.
Okay.
That is quite good, I think.
And don't
Okay.
share your OTPs and let it be OTP. Don't share your that is password will be there, right? That is pin will be
Hmm.
there for GPay or Google Pay, whatever it is. Don't share at all, because that is the one of the like security purpose they are given. If you share or somebody got to know that, then they directly transact your amount, so that is the another issue. So that
Ma'am,
is like
one more
what
question
yeah.
I have regarding the same. You are saying they don't share OTP.
Mm,
So recently we have compulsion of attending Atal, Swayam, and all these kind of.
mm,
When we go for the process for online registration, they send
mm,
a OTP, and which is automatically being copied and being pasted.
mm.
Now we I asked my senior whether it is a true or the fraud one. He said no, it's okay, it's fine, you can proceed. Now it's in my mind, no, it's okay, it's safe, we can proceed. Now if I get some kind of OTPs like other any app, from other any app, and it is automatically copied and pasted, so
Hmm.
how can I identify whether it is a true or fraud one?
Again I am saying that the whenever somebody like other system can copy your OTP, then it is
Hmm.
not secured, right?
Hmm.
We are saying that OTP is the only one time password, and it should
Hmm.
not be shared to somebody else, but it is
Hmm.
directly copying other system, that your OTP has
Hmm.
been copied by other system, then it is not secure
Yes.
at all, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
again, that is what nowadays banks, that is what I said, SBI kind of a banks which are state banks, but the
Hmm.
main issue, major issue is nobody is bothered about its security.
Yes,
People
ma'am.
are losing their amount, losing their money every day,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
nobody is like, because what I can say that KYC and all those things, right, those should not be connected with the bank account. First of all, that should
Yes,
be
ma'am.
physical amount should be kept somewhere, and there should
Hmm.
be another account you can use for the GPay, phone pay, or whatever it kind of. But what exactly issue had happened is the same number, the bank and government has mandated that same number should be there on Aadhaar card, on PAN card, and on bank, in bank,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Which is making it connected, where somebody get your number, they are like, it is very easy to nowadays to hack phones. Then what about
Yes, ma'am.
banks,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So this is the major
Definitely.
issue where bank should take this concern into like security concern, and they should implement such a thing that FD should be kept somewhere safe, and that should not be connected anything which is like to the mobile or somewhere. So I can say that this
Okay.
is the only one thing like I can feel like the money can be saved.
Personal awareness.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a personal awareness.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much. Anybody has any other doubts or something?
No, ma'am. No more
Ma'am,
questions from my side.
Yeah,
ma'am, ma'am,
yeah,
please share the PPT. Can you please?
yeah, I'll do that. So can we share the PPT? How it is?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Also,
Yeah.
Just
if
send it to me.
possible,
We'll upload their
Okay,
Atal portal and this thing.
okay, no
also,
issues. I
ma'am,
will
if
do that.
possible, please share the probable MCQs.
Yeah, I will do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll prepare and we'll send that one. So
Yes, yes.
PPT will be shared first. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Thank you so much everyone for joining. I hope
Thank you, ma'am.
nobody has any doubts. Doubts will be cleared. And actually, security is one of the doubt. We don't know when the developers will come with a solution, but let's hope for the best.
Yes, ma'am. That is the major one in
Yeah,
daily routine life. Huh.
yeah,
Okay. Thank you,
yeah.
ma'am.
Thank you, Pratiksha. Thank you.
Amit, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So now we will take a 10 minutes break. I'm having one request to all the participants that make sure you are attending the session with full of attention once we resume that. Uh, Another one, I request everyone to maintain proper discipline throughout. You have the right to unmute yourself, but only when you want to raise a query or you want to ask any question, feel free to ask that question at the right time. Also, one another request that don't unmute yourself at the unnecessary time during the ongoing program, as it creates the disturbance also and distract others also. One another that please use the annotation features when we required to highlight any point on the screen. Some people are creating unwanted marks on the screen, so please don't do that. And so let all be careful and respectful while ongoing program. So let us all maintain the discipline, and we'll resume after the 10 minutes. We'll take one 10 minutes break.
Hello everyone. So I hope everyone has been joined now.
Yeah.
So let's
Yes,
start.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's start.
Already participants have joined. No problem.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah. So let's start with the another session. So I'm sharing my screen. So as we have discussed about in our last PPT, that is fairness, biasness, and maybe responsibilities. So how we can mitigate the AI bias when it comes to the education? Because education is the one of the fundamental part, and we don't want that whenever we give educational power, that is decisional power, to the AI system, then it should not discriminate in the some of the groups, particular groups, or in the students on basis of the caste, religion, or maybe racism. So we don't want that, and we want that the system should be bias free, fair to the students. Now, addressing AI bias and equity in education, what exactly happening when we are saying that biasness in education is? What if the technology meant to transform the education is unintentionally creating barriers for your students? As AI becomes a central tool in modern education, AI bias is a growing concern. So these biases can lead to unfair outcomes, especially for marginalized students, reinforcing existing disparities. Now, for educators, parents, for homeschoolers, and micro school administrators, it's crucial to recognize that while AI can enhance learning, it also carries the responsibility of being fair and equitable. Without proper safeguards, AI bias can restrict access to opportunities, impacting students' long term academic and career success. We'll explore the causes of AI bias and its impact on equity and provide actionable steps to mitigate it. We'll also discuss how educators and entrepreneurs in the education sectors can ensure that AI is used to create inclusive and equitable learning environments. What exactly the point here in the education when we are using AI? Let us take, we have 50 students in the class. I'm taking simple example so everyone get to know that exactly what is happening. So let's take 50 students in a school, in a class, and we want that the first three ranks should be done, that is three rankers should be on basis of what their highest marks. Now, first one who scored highest mark in all other students should be ranked first, second highest will be second rank, and third highest will be third rank. But when we are manually doing these things, as a human being will get to know that okay, which student has the highest mark will be the what first ranker. But when it given to the AI, what kind of biasness it can happen is, maybe it will check for its maybe it check whether the student is from rural or maybe urban background. Maybe they check its socio economical status. Might be it will check the school status in other compared to other schools in the areas, and might be it will check for its caste, religion, race. So or might be a gender. So, and on basis of might it gives the false prediction, or might it gives the false outcome where the one of the I can say that might it give first rank to the student where the system favors. So we don't want that one. The system should be free of biasness in the at least education, where I can say that whenever if CAI tools are there and it has a resource allocation to it, that is it has a power of resource allocation, and what if the system is checking whether the student is fair, or maybe a student's gender, if it is male, then I will going to what allocate some of the extra resources to the male, and when it comes to female it will won't allocate a resource, might be allocate less resource. It might happen because of algorithmic issues. where algorithm and data has been trained such a way that the system is thinking that okay, the student is fair, the student has this kind of a caste category, then resources will be allocated more, and if it comes to female it will be less due to the given data set and the design of the algorithm. So we don't want that should happen in at least education system, because education is has to be equal for everyone. So it is a main point here. Now, understanding AI, a new partner in the education, how the AI become a new partner in the education, where we can see that everywhere we are using AI, just like small we everyone like we are just saying it like in our surrounding, the small 2 to 3 years or 5 years of child who knows how to use a mobile knows how to use the AI, or maybe they will be knowing that they are seeing some of the videos which made by AI. So these kind of things are nowadays we are seeing, which is very robust. So how it is a new partner in education and what is the importance of AI in education, we'll see that. So artificial intelligence is an increasingly significant technology being integrated into educational settings. Essentially, AI refers to computer system designed to perform tasks requiring human-like intelligence, such as learning, problem solving. Sorry, it Emergence offers novel approaches to enhancing both learning experience for students and the instructional parties for educators. But as my personal experience says that whenever like when AI came into the picture, or chat GPT or Gemini, that time like before we used to calculate something, if we want to calculate we used to calculate manually, where a human brain's analytical skills will be increased, like skills will be increased. After that I can say the growth of the brain was there. But nowadays when everything is there in our fingertip, the students or maybe a human being don't want to think. They are just like they don't want to think. They know that whatever they require, the information will be there in the phone. They need to just type it, they'll get the answer. So that is somewhere the analytical and reasoning skills will be reduced in the human being. That is one of the limitation I can say in the AI. So that is which is decreasing the human brain growth. Now, what are the AI tools which are famous tools we are using in the education nowadays is ChatGPT. ChatGPT will be used everywhere. Not I'm specifically saying that in the education, but ChatGPT was the one of the first tool where everyone was started using before Gemini and all those things. So ChatGPT, then Copilot, that is called a Being Chat. Third one, Quillbot, and fourth one is Grammarly. Now, what is Chat GPT? So, Chat GPT is the go to tool that every student uses to improve their work and efficiency. It is the main AI tool for students due to its ability to provide instant, accurate, and detailed explanation on a wide range of topics, helping students to learn to do research. I have an example here. Wait, but we'll start with first practical. I hope my screen is visible, right? For
Yes, ma'am.
chat GPT, right? Yeah. So how to use the chat GPT? So just go to your I can say that whatever browser you're using, that is Microsoft browser may be using, somebody might be using Google Chrome. Just go and type chat GPT and hit enter. Sorry. When you enter it, you will get the official page of chat GPT. Just click on this chat GPT. Okay. Now, the chat GPT is asking us for the input. What input? Ask anything, nothing but give any input. I'm ready to give the output. What it means. Now, I'll write it as please write an essay on artificial intelligence and just enter. So you can see that within, I think, second, we got all the details about what we required. Like I have requested that I want to know that like essay on artificial intelligence. That is nothing but I want some of the information, major information about artificial intelligence. It is in like our fingertip. That is within a second it fetched. Now how it is fetching the data? There are some of the sites, or I can say the Google Chrome or Microsoft has given its connection to their data bases where this data is there. So whenever you ask a question, the model will get to know that okay, algorithm will get to know that okay, what they're exactly asking, and when that algorithm get clarity that what I need to prompt, it will fetch the data and it will present it on the system. So that is the major technique behind the thing, but this is very easy to use, that is chat gpt. But now this is only to fetch the data. Now I will create a ppt within a second. Like every day, I remember in engineering we used to take 2 to 3 days to research on some topics. Then we used to prepare a ppt, but it is like preparing a ppt within a second. Like, please prepare a ppt on AI. Yeah, it is asking for login. Actually, I don't use ChatGPT. So just let's go ahead for the Copilot. This is the another tool we are using. Yeah. So Copilot that is called a being chat. That is, this is kind of a chatbot. We are just like how we are speaking with a human being, we can chat with the Copilot. Now it offers a controlled and precise AI driven responses, making it perfect for students who need detailed and creative answers. The integration of Dell E3 and GPT-4, which Microsoft recently added inside the Bing AI interface, has made the tool a very good free alternative for ChatGPT Plus. Now, this is the Copilot launched by Microsoft. So again, this is also very easy. Actually, for ChatGPT, you need to sign in, but in Copilot, you can use it freely because whenever you are using Microsoft, then it will be freely available for you. Now, I'll request it to prepare a PPT, please. Sorry. It will take some time, that is some of the seconds. Now you can see that there is PPT available here. You can go and download the PPT. Now, how easy it is. Just now you can see it has given, like it has created its own PPT, that too within some of the minutes. You can may add the some of the like slides to it. Maybe you can change the details, but it is really for basic things, it is really easy, like using Copilot. So it is, we are using ChatGPT and Copilot every day to get all kind of answers, whatever we required. But in education also we are using this as a major tools nowadays. Now there is third tool called Quillbot. So is an AI powered writing and paraphrasing tool, essentially for students who want to improve their writing skills. It helps rephrase sentences, check for plagiarism, and ensure grammatical accuracy, which is crucial for academic writing. So I'll take here one example here. As I come from the university called Vishweshwaraya Technological University, where the whatever project has been made for the final year projects will be unique, should be unique, and the content of it should not be like something 200 pages report. If you have made on your current project, that report should be unique. It should not match with the web related any kind of information, or it should not, where they were using the algorithm called plagiarism, where plagiarism was the technique which used to show how much percentage of the report given, physical report given, is matching with the data from the web browser. So where it should be unique, you have to prepare by your own hand. That is called plagiarism technique we were used to use. That is called algorithm. So now what exactly Quillbot is doing is, it is helping the student to paraphrasing. It's a paraphrasing tool where it is helping the student to rephrase and to writing skill. Sometimes might be you don't know, like in corporate, maybe if I have to write an email, sometimes I might not knowing the language, or I might not know how to phrase the sentences. But by using Quillbot, I just give the like my main content, what exactly I want to write an email. It will directly start writing an email. You need to copy and paste it, that's it. So that is how easy it is. And even in education, the student can learn that exactly what kind of a sentences we need to use while writing a mail, while writing a something important things to someone, or messages. So that where the Quillbot is helping the students. Another is Grammarly, is an AI based writing assistant that helps students to refine their written work. It checks for grammatical errors, suggests style improvements, and even detects tone, making it must have for ensuring high quality. Just a second. Written submissions. Nothing but the Grammarly is something what, like somebody has written something, and when you give it to the Grammarly, it will check for the grammatical mistakes, and it will make sure that the given sentence should be grammarly correct. So this is another tool which is helping students nowadays to correct even their grammars. So now moving ahead with the other concepts. So here are key ways AI is currently impacting education. That is how AI is nowadays currently impacting the education is: first one, personalized learning platform; second is data driven insight for educators. In personalized learning platforms, AI facilitates the creation of learning environments that adapts to the individual needs of each student. These platforms can adjust content and pace based on the student progress, offering a more tailored and effective educational journey. Nothing but, if someone want to prepare for some of the exams, like if I take UPSC or something, every time, like before we used to go out for taking the offline classes or maybe online classes, we used to take courses and we used to work for 6 months, 1 year to prepare ourselves for the exam. But nowadays some of the learning platforms prepared by AI which are helping the student to prepare for their education as well as the I can say competitive exams as well. So where it is personalized learning platform it is giving, where resources are present, videos are present, and you will get all access to the videos resources to the students, where they just have to learn and make use of it. Second one is data driven insight for educators. AI powered analytics can process educational data to provide educators with valuable insight into student performance and learning patterns. This enables teachers to refine their instructional strategies and offer targeted support. Now I can say that maybe in class of a 50 student, might be 40 students are good at the studies and 10 are not. It's not a judgment has been given, but let us take this is as a simple example where 40 are good and 10 are not good. Now let us take teachers don't know about, or lecturers don't know about who all are like good in at the study and who all are not. That time when AI in this kind of things, AI is helping them to get to know that what are the capabilities of the students and in which areas they need more focus. So in that kind of areas, the AI is helping even educators and even students to overcome some of their issues related to studies, I can say. So that is where using AI here for the data driven insight. Now, streamlining administrative processes. AI tools are being developed to assist with administrative tasks such as resource management and scheduling. This automation can allow educators to dedicate more time to direct student engagement and instructions. AI presents opportunities to create more visualized and efficient educational experiences. Nothing but, again, I'll take an example here which is very easy to understand. Like, if somebody is teaching me, or maybe I'm speaking, it will take some time another person to imagine, like visualize. But what if the AI is visualizing the concept which are very helpful to keep it in mind for the, like, for the students. So that is very easy thing where visualization is there, it is very easy to learn. So that tact has been used by AI, where AI is just taking the input in the text and it is visualizing the whole thing, where student can keep it in mind as a story and again re-emit it in the exam as well as, and it can be kept in their mind, stored in their mind for the long run, so that can be used. Now, however, it is a crucial to ensure that the implementation of these technologies is equitable. That is what India is not that nowadays robust, that is like having that kind of a mentality where they are supporting AI as an educational tool. Some of the, like in 100%, I can say 20 to 30% might be they are supporting for AI related education, but not all. So that is, I think, this is a limitation we can say. Now, therefore, it is important to address the concept of AI bias to ensure fairness to all learners. What is AI bias in education? AI bias in education refers to prejudices or errors that occur when artificial intelligence systems make decisions based on biased data or algorithms. As AI continues to play a larger role in shaping educational experiences, parents and educators and families need to understand how these biases can affect students' opportunities and outcomes. Let us take that we want to predict that in the upcoming UPSC or maybe a GATE exam, which area students can come. If I say the UPSC, we all know that in our somewhere brain we fit that one, that Bihar relate, like Bihar side students which are there who used to clear the UPSC exam. In the, like, maximum students used to clear the exam, base exam. So these students are so good in the studies that they. Now, what about machines? Every year, the data will be simply given to the system, and every time the system is giving outcome as those regions will be having the good amount of students which are clearing the competitive exams. So this is the another thing where we are giving inputs, we are just basis on our thinking, and it is giving same output. So this is somewhat imaginary or assumptions we are saying, maybe it's in reality it's true, but like this it can bias the students, or it may bias the system. Now, how AI bias in education can emerge? AI can unintentionally reinforce biases if not designed carefully. Here are few ways AI bias can emerge in education and how it can impact the students. That is some of the examples we're going to see. That is data bias. AI systems rely on data to make decisions. If the data used to train these systems lead to biased outcomes, in such cases, AI tools may neglecting the diverse needs of others, especially in global. So, what is example here? An AI learning platform may be less effective for students from rural areas if the training data mainly reflects urban students. Nothing but, as I said, urban student might be using ChatGPT more often, and the compared to the rural students, rural area students, they don't use ChatGPT. Now the data set given to the algorithm or to the system will be maximum it is from the area of, I can say, urban area. Now it is going to bias the student whenever a student the tools, AI tools, that time it may lead to the biasness, that is the data bias. Second one is algorithmic bias. So algorithms which guide AI decisions can carry human biases if they are not designed with fairness in mind. They may unintentionally favor certain groups over others, impacting personalized learning tools, resource recommendations, or even admission processes. So, for an example, an AI tutoring system might provide more resources to wealthier students, neglecting those from lower income background, because system will think that lower background student might not. Uh, I can say that they can't take that course because maybe some of the courses are paid. So that is a major reason might algorithm can do biasing thing. And disparities in educational access. AI tools can unintentionally prioritize students from certain socioeconomic or cultural backgrounds, leaving others with favor opportunities for support, learning resources, or equitable assessments. So the example is an AI admissions system might favor students from prestigious schools, leaving other with favor opportunities. By recognizing these potential biases, educators and parents can advocate for more inclusive AI tools that help all students thrive regardless of their background. That is nothing but might be the biasness can lead to giving opportunity to the wealthiest students and disregarding the students which don't have that socio-economical status. Now, what is the impact of AI bias in education? Now, AI has the potential to make learning more personalized, but if not used carefully, it can unintentionally create unfairness. Here's how. So, disparities. AI systems are often trained on data, but if that data doesn't fully reflect the diversity of the student, it can lead to biased outcomes. For example, if an AI tool is used in a school is mostly trained on data from wealthier schools, it might not work as well for students in lower income areas where learning needs may be different. So this is another issue, like we can find out what is impacting AI bias in education is wealthier students are getting more opportunities than the students which are having the ability to the study, but the issue is they are not economically that strong. That's what maybe AI can make impact here. Now what is the consequences here? If AI tools are biased, they can affect how well students learn and what resources they can access. Imagine a student who struggle with reading, but the AI system doesn't recognize their needs due to biased data. This could limit their access to helpful resources, making it harder for them to succeed. Over time, this could reinforce unfair gaps in education. And now, personalization versus what is bias. Now, AI is a great at a personalizing learning. It can adapt lessons to a child's individual needs, making learning more engaging. But if the AI is not designed reasonably, it might treat some students differently. For example, a system might prioritize students from specific background or overlook others, leading to unfair assessment or missed opportunity for those students. That is what I can say here. Whenever there is paper evaluation we are giving to the system, like we are saying that automatically paper will be evaluated, manually we don't evaluate the paper. Some of the colleges or some of the schools they are taking, what exactly AI system can do is it has a data to train. Maybe it will see some of the same traits or STEM attributes, and it will start evaluating the papers on basis of the students, like maybe on their basis of handwritings, maybe on their basis of socio-economical status. Why? Because the data will be given to them. So that is a major issue where the system can bias here, and maybe a good student who worked hard might get less marks, and might be another person whose handwritings are so good might get good marks. So this can happen where if algorithm is not good, then the outcome we won't expect that it will come correctly. So that is the consequences, and we can find out here. Now, understanding AI bias is crucial for parents, educators, and entrepreneurs in education. By advocating for fair, transparent AI tools, you can help ensure that every student, regardless of background, has equal educational opportunities. Now, how to address and mitigate AI bias in education for educators. We saw how exactly, like, what is happening behind AI tools, how it is using, like how it is doing biasness, how it is unfair, sometimes it is fair. So now how we can address and mitigate the bias so the education will be fair and it should give equal opportunity to everyone. Now, the educators must recognize and address AI bias in education to ensure that technology equitably enhances learning for all the students. With AI becoming more integrated into educational systems, mitigating bias becomes a shared responsibility. Here are key strategies to help you address and reduce AI bias in your classroom or academic settings. That is, we'll see next. First, ensure transparency in data and algorithm. A strong foundation in AI begins with transparency. Understanding the data sources and algorithms that drive AI decisions allow you to spot potential biases before they affect your students. First one is transparent data sourcing. Make sure the data used by AI systems is transparent. It is essential to know where the data is sourced, how it's collected, and whether it is represented diverse students' expertise. That is nothing but, as I said example before, whenever you are training a data or you are preparing a data set, make sure that every regional student data will be there, and it should be 100% error free data. So whenever the system is processing the data, that should not be unfairness, should be couched for some background of area of students, so the decision should be fair enough. Second one is open algorithms. Request transparency from the AI provides about the algorithm operations. When you have visibility into decision making process, you can better access the system's fairness and ensure it aligns with your educational goals. Nothing but whenever that outcome comes, you should check what is the reason why this outcome has been given, so that can help us to find out the exactly where the given outcome is fair or unfair. Second is use a diverse and representative data. The next step in mitigating AI bias is using diverse data that accurately reflects your student population. AI systems are only as good as the data they are trained on, and diverse representative data can help reduce the risk of biased outcomes. Incorporating a range of demographics. Ensure that the data used in AI tools include variety of demographic backgrounds, learning styles, socio-economical status. This approach helps prevents AI systems from favoring one group of students over others. Broad data sets. Avoid using data that is too narrow or homogeneous. A wider range of input data allows AI to serve all students better, regardless of their background or needs. By prioritizing diverse data, you ensure that the AI system in your classroom provide fairer and more accurate recommendation for every student. Nothing but whenever you are giving a data set to the system, make sure that the data set should be robust and diverse. So it is very useful for the system to get more insights on the given data. Third one is conduct regular bias and audit monitoring. Even the most well designed AI system require ongoing oversight to ensure they remain free from bias. Regular audits and continuous monitoring are essential practices to maintaining the fairness. Routine audits, nothing but regularly evaluate AI system to check for any emerging pattern of bias. Bias audits can help you to catch and address any unintended consequences arising from new data or system updates. Continuous monitoring. As AI systems evolve, so too should their monitoring. Implementing ongoing checks ensures that AI tools remain effective and unbiased over time. So, these ongoing assessments will help you to avoid any issues and ensure the tools continue to support all the student equitably. Nothing but whenever the educators or students who all are using the AI for their education, that time please make sure that whatever outcome you are getting, don't accept it blindly, but check reasons behind why this output came. After that, manually you also should come up with the expected output, and expected output somewhat it should match with the actual output, so that is we can say it can audit can happen there. Fourth one, maintain human oversight in AI decision making. While AI can analyze data at scale, human oversight is crucial in ensuring that AI decisions align with the educational values and fairness. Human review. You should remain actively involved in reviewing AI outputs, especially for decisions that significantly impact students' learning. AI systems can help with data analysis, but only human judgment can interpret the broader context of each student's needs. Balanced decision making. AI can inform decision making, but the final judgment should always involve educators. This ensures that each student's unique needs are considered beyond an algorithm's limitations. What we can say here is, whenever the AI gives the output for the students, let it be considered that as outcome, but still manually you should even cross verify whether the given output is correct for that student or not, because educators know the students personally. Algorithm is only designed in the generalized way. So here the educator's responsibility is to just check whether given outcome it is correct or not, whether it is biased or not. Now, streamlining administrative processes. AI tools are being developed to assist with administrative tasks such as resource management, scheduling. This automation can allow educators to dedicate more time to direct student engagement and instruction. Implementing these strategies in your educational setting will help reduce AI bias, promote fairness, transparency. Diverse data, regular monitoring, and human oversight are key to ensuring that AI enhances student success rather than hinders it. Now, benefits of addressing AI bias in education. So, addressing the AI bias in education has clear benefit for educators and students. Here are four ways this can positively impact your teaching environment. First is improved learning outcomes. So, for educators, AI system free from bias offers every student a more personalized learning experience with tailored lessons and assessments. AI ensures that students, regardless of their background, have equal opportunities to succeed, improving learning outcomes, enhance trust in AI systems. As an educator, you need to trust the tools you use. By addressing AI bias, you need to build or you help build trust with both parents and students. When these stakeholders know that AI systems are fair and impartial, they are more likely to adopt and rely on the technologies in the classroom. Third one is equity and inclusion. AI can support more inclusive education by addressing bias. As a teacher, you can use unbiased AI tools to ensure that all your students from diverse background and abilities receive equal opportunities. This leads to a classroom where every student feels seen, supported, and improving engagement and achievement. Second, take example here where might be a student who is very good in biology and the in the 10th, and now by using AI it made sure that it's all base of the biology or PCM, whatever PCMB. I can say that for the science field, if we want to take admission, it should be PCB, has to be considered physics, chemistry, and biology. That time the AI might support a student to get it uh, strong in the subject, and now the student has that I can say confidence to go ahead for the whichever field or whichever stream he want to take. So that can be helpful here to the students. They get to know that exactly in which field they want to go, so that insight will be given by the AI here. So you have better decision making and policy formation. With unbiased AI tools, educators can make data-driven decisions that benefits all the students by ensuring fairness in how data is interpreted and used. You can create policies and strategies that support inclusive learning environments, benefiting every student in your area. But what are the challenges we faced in implementing the bias mitigation strategies? First one, resource constraints. Implementing AI bias mitigation requires significant resources, which can be challenging for educators, especially in homeschooling or micro school settings. That is what resources. Maybe I can say that some of the AI platforms, learning platforms, might be have other resources, might be other platform have other resources, but we really don't know which is the correct one for the learning sake. So there is another challenge we are facing, that is called the resource constraint. Second one is resistance to change. Educational systems are often slow to adopt new technologies. As an educator, you may resist incorporating AI system into your teaching practices, especially if you work in a more traditional setting. Overcoming this resistance requires clear communication of AI's benefits and the impact of elimination bias. Here they are saying that what are the advantages of AI in the education system. That is true, but somewhere, as before I said, in real life we saw so many things where students don't want to think by their own brain. They just know that we have a chat GPT, we have a Google Chrome, we'll get the answer. Nobody is ready to check whether like how it can be done, how the solution can be done for this problem. Nobody want to do that. Everyone knows that we have every solution present in AI tools, but I might say that is limitation. But in some of the areas where the concepts are very hard and hard to visualize, where AI is helping students to visualize the things, so that is another advantage I may say in the AI tools. Third one is data limitations. Accurate, unbiased data is essential for training the AI systems, but gathering this data is challenging in many cases. Data available for educational systems may not fully represent the data to address bias effectively. Here is the issue: is some of the schools, colleges are present in urban area. Some of the schools are present in the data and training the system for the diverse data. It is somewhat a kind of hectic, and maybe it has some of the issue. It will arise in the data set. While AI can streamline many aspects of education, it cannot replace the human touch. For educators, the challenges lies in balancing automation with personalized, empathetic teaching. AI tools should support your role, not replace the essential connection and guidance you provide to your students. That is what we said. System don't have sense. System don't know what outcome it is giving, that don't have any reasoning, but as a teacher and as a student they know exactly what is happening humanly. So it is somewhat that is the gap I can say between the humanoid and humans, is that senses. So this is another major issue. These challenges highlights the need for careful planning and resource management. By addressing them, educators can help ensure that AI tools are effective and inclusive, benefiting all the students. Now, what is the role of educator in ensuring the equity and education? Promote responsible use of AI. It's essential to integrate AI tools into classroom responsibly. This means actively ensuring that AI powered systems used for learning are designed to meet the need of all the students, regardless of their background, by settling clear guidelines for ethical use of AI. You can create a balanced, fair environment where technology enhances education for every student. Focus on inclusivity and address bias in AI content. When adopting the AI tools, aim for inclusivity. Ensure that the resources and algorithms used in the classroom are accessible to diverse student population. This includes considering factors such as race, socioeconomic status, language, to ensure that all students, including those from marginalized groups, can benefit from the technology. Your major point is technology is there to help the human beings, but we should, or educators, educational institutes should make sure that because of the AI tools which are helpful for the students should not cause issue to their career. So that is the main point here. So address bias in AI content. Regularly access the AI tools and content you are using for any biases that may impact learning outcomes. You can mitigate the risk of AI bias by selecting tools that have been tested for fairness and that offer adaptive learning paths. Engage with students about the potential biases in these systems to encourage critical thinking and awareness. Nothing but whatever tools are present, which are tested for their fairness, which are 100% fair, so we can use them in the education. Now engage in continuous professional development. Stay informed about the latest trends in the AI technology. Regular professional developments will help you understand the potential impacts of AI on education and equip you with the skills to use these tools effectively and fairly. By taking these steps, you will play an essential part in ensuring that AI in education serves all students equitably, minimizes bias, and promote fairness in the classroom. Nothing but as we are today learning about AI in the education, that is updated technologies we are getting. So that is what the point is saying, that whatever new technologies are coming which are going to help us in something, please learn it and adapt in your daily life. Now, by saying this, we can conclude here that addressing AI bias in education is key to ensuring technology benefits all the students fairly. While AI can improve personalized learning and streamlined tasks, it must be implemented carefully to avoid reinforcing biases. Your relationship with students remains central to effective teaching, and AI should enhance, not replace this connection. AI is a valuable tool, but it cannot replace the human touch. Teachers create meaningful relationships that support students academically and emotionally. Using AI thoughtfully can create an environment where technology complements your efforts. Nothing but at the conclusion, I can say that AI can't replace teachers, because what teachers had the experience from their life, or maybe from the what they are teaching, that does not have the AI. So the issue is, it is not gonna replace, but it is helping the student and educators to make education in easier way. So that is the whole point here of the discussion. So this is the last slide of a conclusion. Anybody has any doubts or something, you can ask. Anybody don't have any doubts?
Participants, if you are having any questions, you can ask the questions, or we can directly.
Madam, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Ma'am, please tell me about what is AI? AI's use in a teaching field, properly use in teaching field. How we will use this AI technology in teaching field?
Okay, so as I give an example in the PPT, where I'll give a
Yeah.
small example, you'll get to know. Like,
Okay.
see, maybe you all know neural network.
That is in technical field. I think
That is, yeah,
technical field.
okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let me tell you one thing. Like, yeah, so sorry, just a second. Yeah, so if I take in schools 9th and 10th, maybe some of the topics are there which you have to visualize, right? Not I can't say that is like related to mathematics or something, but some of the things related to science or something like social science, where if you can visualize, everybody can think that, like, if you seen something, we see the movies, right? And till after so many years, still we remember that movie, the story of that movie. So that is the major role the AI also playing here, that whenever somebody is saying something, taking that into mind and visualizing the thing, and again keeping it in mind is toughest work, like compared to the visualized one. So if somebody is watching that, is in the process and keep it in mind like a story, so it is very easy to store in that brain. It is like, it's very easy to store it in the brain. So that is the main thing they have used in AI, where visualization is one of the best technique they have used in education.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Prasad.
Okay. Okay.
Anybody has any other doubts? Nobody has any doubts, right?
Yes.
Everything is clear.
Hope so. There will be no doubt for the participant.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we'll conclude the session. Patil sir.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, hi, hi.
My
Yeah.
opinion,
If you're speaking, you're on mute. Sorry, we are not able to hear
education
you.
field, is it okay? Yes or use
Can
of
you
the
please
AI
repeat?
tool?
Okay.
Use of the AI tool, is it okay for the education tools or yes or no?
See, that is what I told you. Like, I told everyone that I explained in the example where
Because
it
nowadays,
is not
huh,
replacing the teachers. It is never gonna replace the educators, tutors, or teachers because of their
okay,
experience. But when it is coming some of the part where students are not able to grasp, where if AI is helping them to grasp that knowledge, I think AI is very good tool for them, right? At the end, what we need that students should learn those things, should keep it in mind. So because that is the base for next education, right, for their career. So I think AI is part of education, but not wholesome. It can't replace the teachers, I can say. It may help, it will surely help.
okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thanks, Deepika. Anybody else?
Madam,
Yeah,
what is the application in use of AI in technical field, mechanical field?
mechanical field.
No.
Like I can you just please
That
pardon?
that is we will use in our regular teaching.
In mechanical field you're using, like
Yes,
you're
yes,
asking, right?
yes, yes,
So we
yes.
are having, yeah, we are having now automated tool, right, for
Yes,
designing. Have you seen,
yes,
like in mechanical, like we are seeing, before we used to draw the
yes,
design of the car or maybe some of the mechanical parts, but nowadays system is automatically producing or designing the system design, that is car
yes,
or maybe parts of a vehicle, or I
yes,
can say part of a machine. And when
yes,
you give it as an input, it will
yes.
start producing that kind of a machineries, right? So this is, I think, this is another AI application. We can find it in the mechanical field.
बरोबर. Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank you.
Prasad. Anybody else? I think so nobody has any doubts.
Yes, yes, ma'am. I think everyone has their
Yeah,
their
cleared.
questions. Now, as we come to the end of today's session on ethics in AI, I would like to conclude this session. The session delivered by Madam Shreya Madam was truly impactful and engaging because she explained the concepts clearly, not only clearly but supported them with the real life examples also, and also introduced some AI tools essential in education also. She highlighted both the advantages and disadvantages of AI, showing us how AI generates outputs and how outputs can be useful in certain situations, while at times it may be failed. This balanced perspective helps us to understand not only the strengths of AI but also the challenges and limitations as we need to aware about it. Her thoughts and responses to the participants' questions further enriched this discussion and made the session interactive. It was indeed a very insightful and appreciable session. On behalf of all the participants, organization team, and I sincerely thank you, ma'am, for your time, efforts, and valuable knowledge you shared with us today. So,
Yeah, thank you, sir.
yeah, yeah. With this, we officially conclude the fourth day of our Atal Faculty Development Program. Thank you, everyone, for your active participation. We look forward to meeting you again at tomorrow, sharp 6 p.m. So, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks
Thank you,
everyone,
Shivam
and
ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
thanks.
much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.